Greetings, nerdlings, and welcome to AmalgamNation Presents World of Lorecraft, Herocraft, Malorne Edition. The earliest record of Malorne is in the Tauren myth, The White Stag and the Moon. It describes how Malorne, being hunted by the Tauren, bargained with Elune herself in exchange for help. Elune agreed to help Malorne and saved his life. They grew to love one another. Though the extent of the relationship between Malorne and Elune is not known other than their similarities, her saving him and them loving each other, we do know that Elune gave birth to Cenarius from that relationship. Malorne the Waywatcher showed up to help the Night Elves when a great crisis affected the world or the Night Elf civilization. Although he has great magical power, he is never shapeshifted into any other form. The stag prevented 2 civil wars from the Night Elves simply by making himself present before the astonished eyes of the Night Elves. Malorne was an excellent diplomat, opening dialogue between and pacifying conflicting parties. Malorne was able to enter the Emerald Dream and the physical world at any time, and perceived what happens in both realms as if he had omniscience of what happens simultaneously in both planes. It is even rumoured that a circle of druids exists called the Druids of the Antler that has dedicated itself to following Malorne's example and recreating his mighty powers, but this rumour has yet to be proven. It is still highly likely that these Druids of the Antler do exist, perhaps in small numbers or perhaps in greater and growing numbers, but are usually extremely secretive. They may be quiet about who they are because they seek to follow the path of Malorne, and he was such a peaceful being. Not making themselves known to a wide audience, at least not yet, could mean these Druids of the Antler are following in Malorne's path of wisdom, nurturing healing and peace, love and freedom. This is a time of war, and Malorne and these Druids may be needed more than ever, yet likely feel it is unwise, and understandably so, to make their presence known to many until more people are ready to put down their weapons for a moment to hear about the possibility of peace on Azeroth before hastily jumping to battle. Though it is also likely these druids are capable healers and defenders should they be needed, like Malorne. Malorne's death and resurrection. Night Elves worship Malorne for his great assistance during the War of the Ancients against the first invasion of the Burning Legion, where he lost his life in defense of the world of Azeroth. Cenarius had gone into a frenzy seeing Ursel, Ursoc, Aviana, and Agamagan die. Cenarius crushed hundreds of Fel Guards and Fel Hunters. The demons finally got hold of Cenarius, but before the demons could slay him, Malorne came into the fray, blinding all demons with his majestic white flashing body. Malorne's hooves crushed many demons, while his antlers killed many others. Malorne defended his son Cenarius, and with a look toward the elves as if telepathically commanding them to come for his son, Jared's Shadow Song and others dragged Cenarius to safety. Malorne's fury might have begun to turn the tide against the Burning Legion had Archimonde not appeared. Black lightning struck the land around Malorne, breaking it, then green fire from the ground engulfed Malorne, burning at his coat, while the land and rock formed giant hands that pinned his 4 legs to the ground. Archimonde swelled in size, matching Malorne's height. Malorne freed himself from his magical trap and charged Archimonde with his antlers, causing tremors and lightning as demons and Azeroth's races nearby shook and fell to the ground, flat on their backs with astonishment. Malorne and Archimonde battled for some time, until finally Archimonde managed to seize Malorne, and with great force snapped his neck. Cenarius' brave rescuer and father, limp and lifeless, was tossed aside by Archimonde. Malfurion, knowing Cenarius was unconscious and that Archimonde had just slain Malorne, cast a spell that engulfed most of Archimonde's body with vines. The archdemon, analytical as always, decided to retreat by vanishing in a green flare of flames that consumed the vines. A few moments later, Alexstrasza, Ysera, and Soridormi, along with their dragonflights, joined the War of the Ancients. Ysera came to a screeching halt at sight of Malorne and opened wide her brilliant jade eyes, one of only a few times she did so in recorded history, with a deafening shriek. As she tore through the carnage to her beloved friend, thousands of demons were thrown in all directions with her paws and wings. Her rampage continued, making her way through to her goal till she came still, her chin on Malorne's head. Sobs could be heard as she of the dreaming mourned the white stag's end. It is currently believed by night elves that he transcended death and that he has returned to Elune's side or sleeps in the Emerald Dream. Thank you for watching, and as always remember, play to game and game to play.